slow play, love, cosplay. That's right. We're discussing My Dress Up Darling. Welcome back to another episode of the Otaku Critic. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the recent chapter as well as the past two chapters that I need to kind of develop. And just as a whole, we're going to be talking about My Dress Up Darling. Chapter 72 got released the other day. It was a good chapter, but I will say this before I dive into chapter reviewing the chapters and stuff. It's been a bit slow since around about chapter 55 or so, but maybe chapter 60, I think. Ever since the school arc of them having the event, it's been quite slow since then. I'm hoping it will hype up to be something. I really would like the development of Gojo and Marin to fucking increase and, get a little bit stronger and stuff. But we're getting decent character development. However, I will say this, if you guys are reading, and I apologise, chapter 72, we now have to wait till 18th of March to get chapter 73. A whole month. A whole month for no Marin and Gojo. Hey, if you're watching the anime, we still get more. But, if you've already read that stuff, you're like, yeah, it's good. But you know what? I've already read that stuff. But chapter 70 and 71 that came out a couple of weeks ago. I think actually about a week ago or so more. And they're like, with 72, they're leading up. They've gone to the after party. He met Akira. Now they're gone, she looks... Okay, Akira is a big speculation in the world. We're trying to figure out who she is. We're trying to figure out if she's the childhood friend, if she's the girl that's early on that was dressed up as the samurai when Marin showed them the photos and went, do they look, pretty or stuff? Or is she just a rando? Or is she the woman they walked past when they were talking about, the sexual shit? And they're like, what the fuck are these teenagers up to? So I'm really interested to see who she is. I don't think she's a childhood friend. I think she's too old to be a childhood friend. She looks like she's 20, while Gojo and that, 15 and such. So I think she's a bit too old. I think she is the samurai cosplayer, but I'm not entirely sure at the moment, and none of us are really entirely sure. It's all the guessing game, or we're got the blindfold on. It's pin the donkey. Pin the tail on the donkey kind of shit. That's all we're doing. Pin the tail on the fucking donkey. But yeah. And then we get them talking about, doing to a cosplay. And I think it's corpse party or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's a corpse thing. It's really weird. And then, in the end of 71, because it's really slow. There's nothing really happening. A little bit happens in this chapter. We have Marin called Juju-sama. Oh, I love Juju. I'm so glad she's back. And she's like the cutest devil in the world. And so Marin goes and asks her if she would like to be part of this cosplay event. They're doing a coffin meetup. That's what they're doing. The coffin game. And she's like, you know what Juju-sama's gonna be like? She's gonna be like, nah, fuck no. I'm good. Thank you though. Thank you for the admiration. I'm glad that you wanted me to come, but I'm good. I don't want to. And she's like, no. And just straight up, fuck no. But she talks to her sister a bit, and it's quite cute, the conversation. They're going back and forth, do you want to come? And she's like, I don't do that shit. I do what I want to do. I don't come for you guys. You're like, nah. Nah. I only do what I want to do. I'll do what I want to do, bitch. You can't have me. You can't handle me. And I'm just like, Juju-sama, that's right. And then it's quite funny because she's just like, Gojo's gonna make your outfit? She's like, nah, I'm actually gonna get a pre-made outfit. It's like, why? Because I'm on a diet. Bitch, you know why you're on the diet? Because you keep eating 2 dinners in a night. He gives her the food, and then she goes home and just eats all of them. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm like, come on, bruh. No wonder. But I'm like, she's fucking, she's back, and bro, Marin's, ooh. But hey, 15 years old, it doesn't matter. She'll still best girl. Still best girl from this manga. Yeah, so fucking, so they need 2, she's asking for 2 more people. She's like, hey, you want to come? And then Juju-sama is shut up, nah. She's like, no! Not like that. She's like, no! And I'm just like, fuck. I'm not surprised. Of course she was going to say no. Bro, she never says yes to anything. She's like, of course, because she only, cosplays for her own purpose and stuff. And Marin's sad because it didn't work out and they needed 2 new people. And it's a bit sad. I'm hoping Gojo actually goes to this, like the coffin. I know he's not like needed to, but I hope he does go and like be a camera person or something. Because, bro, I don't want Marin away without him. Nah. If we're gonna have Juju-sama, and we're gonna have Marin. Now, I'm gonna say this. I hope the author's not thinking of bringing Juju-sama back into the fold as a love interest. Because fuck that. No, we don't need any competition for Gojo for Marin, okay? Fuck no. Marin is here, and Juju-sama's good, but she's like down in the fucking glow. She's like 6 feet underground compared to Marin being in the sky. If there's a love interest and he starts liking Jojo, I'm gonna slap him silly. I'm gonna like enter the manga, and it'll be like, bitch, no. You know, like the back and forth, like fucking, like the slapping, like fucking just slap him back and forth like a little bitch he is, because he needs to own up to his feelings. Like Marin's even more willing to admit her feelings more than Gojo is. But hey, it's just a slow play. It's just a slow play. But hopefully, you know, some shit will get moving along, because their relationship is adorable, but we need more of it. I love this next scene though, because we get Juju-sama's sister to come in, and she's like, oh, did someone call you? She's like, yeah, Kindergarten called me. And he's like, oh, she asked me to do a coffin meetup next Sunday. And his sister's like, oh, you're doing a coffin party? Because she like loves the fucking game. She's like, oh my god. She's like, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, this is going to change. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, the sister's like thing. And then on the chance, like, Juju-sama's like, nah, hey, no, I don't want to. And she's like, I love it, because she's like, okay, you know the scene from like the first couple chapters when Marin just goes off talking about the whole game? That's what fucking Juju-sama's sister's like. She's like, she just goes off and starts talking about like all these different characters, and the sister's like, he's like legitimately keeps going. It's like, these guys don't, just like, they get so passionate, it's so good. They're like, well, this character, oh, we gotta do this thing. I'm like, bro, okay, slow down, take a breath. No one gives a shit, but also we do give a shit because we love it. It's so cute. And it goes like 3 panels of just rumbling on before his sister's like, I turned her down. And you're like, oh, hold up. And you just, you know, see her face. She like just goes like dead inside. She's like, and you're like, oh, you're cute. And then Juju-sama's like, oh shit, oh no. I love it. She's like, Juju-sama's like, fuck me. Oh, I hate to do this. Yeah, we're in. I love it. She's like, where exactly is it? And she's like, here we are. And she's like, you really joining us? Yes, I'm joining you. I think they're doing it like right after the after parties. They're going to do the coffin play, so it's going to be like interesting episode, like chapter 73. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and all this stuff. But yeah, I love it. Because I love it, because they're all like, oh my god, we're gonna be doing a session with Juju. It's like, she actually exists. And they're like freaking the fuck out, like because in cosplay words, I'm guessing in this manga she's huge. She's a huge thing, but in the scheme of the world, I'll be like, oh, she's a cosplayer. So, oh, she's a big cosplayer. Like, hey, I love you. Like, hey, you're cute, you know. But they were like, oh my god, it's like I'm meeting a famous person. I'm going crazy. I'm just like, bro, settle down. She's just a person. But like, oh, she's like so beautiful, and it was so fucking funny because like the sister and Mari like having great conversations and stuff. Bro, it's just like, I love it because like they're having good conversation and stuff, and they realize how many followers she has, and I'm just like, bro, 210,000, 171, it's a big number, but I've seen bigger. I'm like, the millions. And like 210,000, I'm like, sweet. So you're like middle tier, you know? You're like mid. You're like middle to low tier. You're not a big thing, but you're not a small thing. And they're like, oh my god, 210,000, she's big. And I'm just like, settle. I've seen people with millions. I've met people with millions. And I'm like, okay. I love it. And this is like so, because she's adorable. Juju-sama is adorable when she does her characters. But then we get like the last kind of like panels. And it's like, oh, who's Akira? Because I can't remember what the fuck his name is. We get one of I think the guy that loves to cross dress, and he's like looking at Akira, and he's like, oh, like she's up to something. Like I love it because then Akira and Juju have a great conversation where she's like, oh, you know what? I love it because it's a really good aspect of camera. Discussing like camera. She's like, I don't like was it a pro or not, kind of thing. And Juju's like, nah, because she's like, okay, because I can see it, and like, the people that view your photos can see that the person can understand the cute, they want to get the cutest photos, loves you, kind of thing, is expressing this in their photos. And I'm like, that's what I love about camera work, because if you're very passionate about the camera work or what you're photoing, you can come up with some of the best photos, because it will show like the best side of the person, it will come out the cutest. And it's like, I love how the authors really, like, especially in this whole entire manga, is really delved into this kind of stuff of how to, you know, best understanding like people that do camera work. And it's like, yeah, the best work is the stuff that they really love. It's the stuff that they're passionate about. It's the stuff that they find cute, adorable, and I love it, because one of the best things is, like, it's like, it's these lines. You can come out as even cuter in those photos because the photographer both loves you and understands your best features. I only realized this after meeting the real deal, but Jojo, you really are cute, but that's not all. They can take those quality photos because they're thinking, I'm going to get the cutest photo for sure. Everyone loves your photos because they could really feel that love from the photos themselves. And I feel like that's such a good, like, breakup of, like, those lines. I know I didn't read them exactly in order, but they're like a really good breakup, because it shows how much his sister loves her and adores her and finds her so cute. And you just get like the next panel of her like just like flushing as hell because she's the one that's taken them. And it's just, it shows how much like how much of her love or like her passion and stuff is coming through in those photos. And I'm like, yeah, because you can see them when you look at the photos, like they're adorable, and you're just like, oh my god, yeah, these are fucking good photos. But it's really nice that they've gotten to the implication of, yeah, this is why, because of it's her sister and stuff, and I really like it, and it's really enjoyable. But this is when it starts to get interesting, because they start having a bit of a conversation, and the guy's like looking at Akira, he's like questioning, he's like, what's up with her? What the fuck's up with Akira? Something's fishy. It's like, you smell that? I smell fishy. I smell something. Something's up. Something's not as it seems. Something's definitely fishy here, boys. Get out the fishing rods. We're going fishing. Because we're going fishing for what the fucking issue is. Because, bro, Akira, like, her last panel, just like, bro, she's very beautifully drawn. I must say this. I fucking like, Jesus Christ. It's like a touch of an artist brush. But the guy's just like, he's like, It's like leaves on a cliffhanger, because what the fuck what's he thinking? Like, because he's like ignoring, just focusing on her. Maybe it's just like he finds her really fucking like beautiful, and he's like, oh my god, kind of thing. Or it could be like he's like seeing something's up. So it's like, we don't know. We have to wait a month now. Fuck me, I hate this shit. Why a month? You crazy author? Why a fucking month? You piece of shit. Why a month? I want to read, and I want to read it now. You know, like the child's like, I want it, mommy, I want it. That sounds like that's all of like us manga readers right now. We're like, we want the next chapter. We want it. We can't wait. We don't want to see next chapter. But then all those memes were like chasing the next chapter. That's what we're all fucking doing right now. But yeah, interesting next chapter. Hopefully things start to delve in the next volume when it comes out. In the next like 7 or 8 chapters, I'm hoping that more development between Gojo and Mara will happen. I don't exactly want Juju-sama to become a love interest, but if she does, at least it could progress the story, because it might get Marin to move on Gojo Wanaka. And so I'm like, I don't want it to happen, but maybe it might be a good thing for it to happen, because it might allow a good development of the characters, and finally for them to finally get together. Because I'll tell you something. I recently read Masakumi's No Revenge. There was 48 chapters, I think it's 49 chapters long. But it got them to, it had them like this, got them together, developed their relationship really well, and then the after story, which was like another 8 chapters, or 9 chapters, developed it even, maybe it was 7 chapters, developed it even further, and made it so much better. And I'm like, I love all this stuff. I do. I want that from My Dress Up Darling, because I like, okay, maybe he's trying to like, you know, make it longer, because one of the things about rom-coms is as soon as they get together, the story really comes to the conclusion. Like Horimiya really came to the end when they started getting together. They got together and it went on a bit longer, but a large focus on Horimiya was them getting together. Like a lot of rom-coms are, when they get together, basically you're near the end, because there's not much else they can do. There's not much else you can develop from the romance or anything when they're coming to the end. So it's like, you know, waiting on that little bit of hope and distrust that they will get together. I'm hoping My Dress Up Darling is only like 150 chapter manga. Now, I would like it to be longer, but I'm like, I don't think it should be longer. I think it should be 150, maybe 160 max, maybe 140, and I feel like in the next 10 to 20 chapters, we really should get a good development, have them starting to get together, have them going on cute dates, having them make really cute cosplay, and have it maybe like a little bit of going into their future, where he's like making cosplay, doing henna dolls, and she's with him kind of thing. I think that'd be really cute, and I'm hoping that's what the author is focusing on doing, especially with a delay, and us not getting chapters for like another month. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on what I think should happen, especially like reading some other love mangas or comedy romance mangas recently. But yeah, I hope that the author starts hyping things up and puts the gas on the accelerator, because he stepped off it for a bit. I'm hoping he was flat foot, just accelerates right forward, doesn't rush. I'm not saying to rush, I'm just saying to like put the pace back on, get the fire burning, get the coal into the fucking engine of the train, boom, just get the gas going, get the wheels burning, get the tires burning up, zoom off. I'm hoping he does that soon. But yeah, that's my thoughts, I think, on the recent chapters of 70, 71, and 72. Mainly 72, just a review of 72. Glad you guys have listened. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope to catch you on the next chapter when it finally comes out. But yeah, that's been my review of the recent chapter of My Dress Up Darling. Thanks for listening in. It's been the Otaku Critic, and peace out, you degenerates.